Hey there, I'm U.S. News Editor Simon Owens, and I'm joined today by science reporter Jason Kebler. We're discussing the shifting politics of human-caused global warming and whether the public at large is finally reaching a consensus on its existence. So Jason, tell us about this new poll that just came out about where public opinion currently is on the subject of global warming.
Right, so a Pew came out with a poll earlier this week that found about 75% of Americans believe that the Earth is getting warmer, and that's up from previous years. And most surprisingly, Republicans seem to kind of be going along with that now too. 48% of Republicans said that they believe global warming is happening. There's still a disconnect though about what's causing it really, and Democrats largely believe that it's human-caused, whereas Republicans still are skeptical. It's more around about a quarter of Republicans believe that it's human-caused.
And I mean, why could we be seeing this shift now of all times?
I think it's just the people sense it with the wildfires this summer. We had the drought. We have all these hurricanes, and if people live in one place for a long time, they've noticed that the weather has been getting a little more volatile over the last couple decades. So I think it's just kind of it's right there.
Mm-hmm. But ironically, this isn't actually the highest point in which Americans have believed in global warming. Didn't like a decade ago? Wasn't it actually even higher?
Right. Yeah. There was very little disagreement on global warming as recently as say 2003, 2004. I think a lot of that had to do with An Inconvenient Truth and Al Gore's outreach with that. And we didn't have the recession to worry about. We didn't have, maybe as much going on in Afghanistan and Iraq. So I think, people can only worry about so many things, or at least that's what the scientists I've talked to have said.
Mm-hmm. And liberals, when they've been pushing for more aggressive climate policy, they've always kind of pointed to the seeming uptick in hurricanes, but climate scientists have been kind of avoiding going into that discussion, but now it doesn't seem like they're as afraid to enter the fray when it comes to the relationship between global warming and hurricanes. Is that correct?
Right, yeah, scientists have always pointed at rising sea levels, temperature warming, but have stayed away from natural disasters because the historical data isn't really there. We didn't detect hurricanes as well as we do now back in the 1930s, 1940s. So it was hard to say whether we were actually having more. But a recent study looked at tide levels in the southeast Atlantic, or southeast part of the U.S., and found that there's an uptick in hurricanes when there's warmer years. So they're finally kind of starting to say that, hey, maybe we're ready to use this as evidence.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, is there any evidence whatsoever that this shifting opinion could also lead to actual more aggressive policy? Obviously, Obama's been trying to push cap and trade and other policies. Is there any suggestion that this might have more traction now?
It's been pretty much ignored in these presidential debates and this kind of election season. I think maybe once the election actually happens, depending on maybe if the Democrats take both houses of Congress and Obama stays in power, maybe we'll get some legislation through. But I don't think it's very high on Mitt Romney's to-do list right now. He has pretty much remained mum on the whole situation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for joining us. For more, visit us on the web at usnews.com.